Not gonna lie, I'm really salty. Hunter back with another motherfucking video, so I'm gonna just get straight into it because I already made a whole video, but I realized my mic wasn't working, so okay, had to fix that. Well, the good news is that everything will be more quickly explained. So today I took a trade on Euro JPY and we'll explain why. So right now I'm using something called the Prime Market Terminal, which is basically a software that you can use that will give you data to help you make an idea for a trade setup. So I made a video on Sunday night, I believe, basically doing my analysis and preparing for the week. And the two pairs that I chose to focus on this week that looked good to me was Euro CAD and Euro JPY. And the first thing that I look at on the Prime Market Terminal is the COT report. So on November 21st, which was last week, hedge funds and institutions were negative 18%, which means that they were net negative and they were shorting the Canadian dollar, CAD, leverage funds, Canadian dollar shorting. So then I try to find a positive, net positive pair that the hedge funds are longing, which happened to be Euro. It's not a very high percentage, but it's 1.1%. So that's good enough for me. The other pair as well, right behind this, was JPY, and as we can see, November 21st, net negative 23%. So they're super short JPY and they're super short CAD. So then the next thing I go to look at is you go click on one of the pairs from the overview section, click on EuroCAD, click, and then you go over here, and the next thing I want to check is something called the DXM. So this is the position of retail traders, and the reason it's very important is because 77% of all traders lose money with this provider, and in general most people just lose money in retail. So if retail is shorting 88% position wise, then we generally, not saying that we don't line up with this sometimes, but generally we don't want to take a trade that's lining up with the retail traders because they lose money most of the time. So same thing with Euro JPY. When we look at DXM, it's not as high as a percentage, but it is still higher, so 66% still shorting. And then the next thing I look at for data is seasonality. So seasonality just basically means what does this asset typically perform like during this month over the course of the past 4 to 5 years. And typically in November it's bearish, and December it's bullish. So as it's almost December now, we can start preparing for that, for those longs. And it works because everything is cohesively giving us this trade idea from the COT report, which is showing us hedge funds and what their positioning is. You have the position of retail and showing, hey, they're going short, so they're about to get wiped. You have the seasonality data that's showing us, hey, it's forecasting bullish for the next 40 days, and it shows on the seasonality prediction is here as well. And from the monthly performance, it's typically bullish in December. So all these things lining up to give us a good solid trade idea. The only thing that's left after that, and you want to look at the bank reports, the research reports, and that will also let you know what the banks are thinking, giving you daily reports on how the markets are affected, what they're thinking, what their positions are even, and stuff like that. But the very last step is when you come to the chart and then you start breaking down the technicals. Now, in the last one, I kind of broke down the technicals a bit. I'm deciding whether I want to or not right now. I'll just say this basically, that you can clearly see this has been bullish like all year. It's been bullish for a long time. And everything is in our favor for it to continue bullish. There's no reason it should stop, really. Euro economy is pretty weak, but Japan's no better, and the currency strength is definitely not any better. So they've done literally nothing to change the course of this. There's these pullbacks, sure, and some of them are pretty big, but overall we know that it's not making a fucking difference. So come to our technicals. There's certain things that I see that are pretty bullish. Fail swing right here. You can watch one of my previous videos about that. Little imbalance in here. Get that. Entered right here. Took about a 1-to-1. Yeah, about a 1-to-1, and then I took my profits and I was out for the day. I wanted to see it break this daily high over here, but I was happy with the profits, and I had been up all night, so I just said fuck this, I'm out. And yeah, that's basically it. So those are the technical aspects. I'm glossing over them for a reason. I don't want to get too in detail right now. I have other videos about that. I think more importantly is focusing on how you even come to a fucking bias or conclusion of what you're going to trade. I think that's much more important, because some people are just coming here based off the technicals and shooting from the hip, which, you know, people do, and they can succeed with just that, but just know that it's like shooting from the hip. So you can get the Prime Market Terminal for like $50 a month, but with my promo code you can get 15% off, a little bit of discount, and I'll get a little percentage off of that. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I forget my name on Twitter right now, but it's in the, I'll put it in the link in the description. Instagram Baldwin_QLC, and then also I'll put another link to the Telegram, which I wish I could show it right now, but that's where basically I'm building a community. I'm giving a lot more in there. I interact a lot more in there, and you can interact personally and meet other people in the group that are also traders, and just be in a group of like-minded people. That's what I like about it. So definitely join the Telegram. That shit's fire. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Check all the links in the description if you're interested, and I appreciate the love and the support, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.